So, when we pray, thy kingdom come on earth as in heaven, we are not asking for a country that is ruled by Christian laws. It is true that Jesus speaks about the kingdom of heaven, but Jesus never expected his followers to be establishing Christian kingdoms here on earth. My name is Pastor Pete, and I want emphatically to reject the idea of Christian nationalism, a nation run on Christian law. I believe it to be heretical. It is true that Jesus teaches about the kingdom of heaven over and over again. The kingdom of heaven is not some place we go to after we die. It is the reality of people accepting the authority of God over their lives. But this is not the same as imposing our Christian beliefs on other people who don't believe the same things as we do. Ours is not a faith of domination. Rather, ours is a faith that advocates for the least and for the most excluded, and advocates for people whether they're Christian or Muslim or Hindu or of no faith at all. This week, the followers of Jesus in church are going to hear the story of the Transfiguration. This is a story of Jesus who's praying on top of the mountain, and as Jesus prays, his disciples discover that Moses and Elijah join him. It's a remarkable moment because these two people who stand beside Jesus epitomize all the values of Jesus. Moses, an advocate for the liberation of slaves from a tyrant, and Elijah, who challenged a national leader who was using brutal, deceptive, and manipulative tactics to seize power and seize land. Jesus visually comes to affirm the values of Moses and Elijah. Jesus comes to stand within the tradition of the prophets of Israel. In summing up this tradition, I offer the words of the prophet Isaiah. In Isaiah 58, we read these words. The values of the kingdom are to loose the chains of injustice, to untie the cords of the yoke, to set the oppressed free, to break every yoke, to share your food with the hungry, to provide the poor wanderer with shelter, and when you see the naked, to clothe them. Such values will never label people as morons or lowlife or deranged. Such values do not sexually abuse children or put people down because of their ethnicity or post pictures of people digitally altered to make them look like monkeys. The kingdom of heaven always practices the values of kindness and of love and of respect. And as a South African, let me be very specific. The kingdom of heaven provides water for the thirsty by maintaining the national water systems. The kingdom of heaven ensures that forgotten villages have accountable municipal leadership. To sum up, Christians do not impose our beliefs on a nation, but we certainly do speak up for the core values of our faith. Corrupt, self-serving leaders should always be challenged by those who walk in the footsteps of Moses and Elijah and Isaiah and Jesus. We do this because we believe in a nation where there is food for the hungry, shelter for the poor, clothing for the naked, because these are the values of Jesus. God bless you today.